Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the new 4K Ultra HD edition of the 1995 animated classic, Ghost in the Shell. In this Japanese animation, cyborg federal agent Motoko Kusanji trails the puppet master who illegally hacks into the computerized minds of cyborg-human hybrids. Her pursuit of a man who can modify the identity of strangers leaves Motoko pondering her own makeup and what life might be like if she had more human traits. With her partner, she corners the hacker, but her curiosity about her identity sends the case in an unforeseen direction. This is, of course, the first time Ghost in the Shell has been on 4K Ultra HD. It's got a couple different versions, but with the standard edition that I have here, let's take a look at what you're getting. If you decide to pick up the 4K edition of Ghost in the Shell, there is a Best Buy exclusive steelbook, but I have the standard edition here with a great slipcover, and here is the absolutely captivating cover art of it. I was really stunned by this, and there's kind of a glossy hologram-ish tint to it as well, so that was cool to see. And on the back we have some still images from the film as well as some info. And this slipcover just slides right off. It's a nice fit. And on the inside we have the same cover art and the same back art as we do on the slipcover. Open it up, we have this pretty cool looking pink 4K disc. So they weren't lazy and just put a black one. And if you want to steal the digital copy, here you are. First one that gets it, gets it. And the other side, we have a Blu-ray disc of the film as well. Going into watching this release for the first time, I wasn't overly familiar with Ghost in the Shell. I saw the live-action remake that came out a few years ago with Scarlett Johansson, and I liked that well enough. I felt it was very similar to Blade Runner in that universe, so I gravitated towards it. But I wanted to see what the original source material, the 1995 animated manga, what that looked like, and I was pleasantly surprised by what I saw. If this slipcover is any indication, this movie looked beautiful from a visual standpoint. The 4K and HDR most of all really had these colors popping off the screen. The hand-drawn animation really popped in every single scene, and it was breathtaking. It almost looked like an oil painting at some points. Sometimes I thought it was photographs because it looks so realistic. So the visuals on the Ghost in the Shell 4K disc looked phenomenal, and I would definitely recommend it. Normally I'm not a huge fan of animated titles because a lot of them were drawn and rendered at a certain resolution, so upscaling them is going to make them look a little bit more grainy than they did originally, and maybe the resolution would be not as it would be on like a live action release. But Ghost in the Shell is an exception to that rule, and I think I'll be returning to more 4K animated titles because of this, because normally I'm a little bit skeptical and I kind of hold off because Blu-rays for animated titles already look so good, but Ghost in the Shell is one of the best animated titles I've seen on the format yet. And for audio, I'm pleased to say we have both a Dolby Vision and a Dolby Atmos track, so this sounds great. The music sounds phenomenal, and the dialogue is always audible. You never have to kind of squint your ears and listen for it. It's always there, which I really appreciate. When 4K discs do the thing where you can't hear the audio very well, or the dialogue most of all, that's really frustrating to me. So the fact that you could on the Ghost in the Shell 4K was a definite plus. If I had any gripes with this release, I would say the only thing is the actual length of the movie itself, and that's something that the 4K upscalers couldn't do anything with it. It's about an hour and 20 minutes with credits, so about an hour 15 you're wrapping up, so it seems like, what? Because I know they added a bunch for the live action remake with Scarlett Johansson. So that was a little bit disappointing. I wanted more, I was left wanting more, but I guess that's a good thing in the end. So should you pick up Ghost in the Shell, the original 1995 animation on 4K? It's a definite yes from both video and audio from me. And the price is great as well. It's only $17.99 brand new on release day. And there's a Best Buy Steelbook, which is only $19.99, so this is priced really well. And if you even want, in a few months it'll probably go down in price too. But I would say pick this up so we get more titles like this, because Ghost in the Shell is a standout 4K and a definite pickup if you care at all about the format. So what do you think of the Ghost in the Shell 4K transfer? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Did you pick it up yet? Let me know in the comments. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Thank you so much for viewing. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
論ずることもわらべのごとくなりしが、人となりてはわらべのことを捨てたり。